This video is for all the college students who feel overwhelmed, stressed out, and out of sorts balancing classes, work, extracurriculars, and free time. I'm Lauren, and I'm a 4.0 college freshman who is in rehearsal every night, goes to church and young adult ministry, and still has time to be a human and make these videos for you guys. So here's my step-by-step guide on how to have more time in your college career. Fun fact, it's currently Sunday and I actually felt really inspired to make this video because we just started rehearsals for our spring musical here at University of Nebraska and it's been really busy. We have rehearsals 4 to 8 every night and 11 to 4 on Saturdays, so Sunday is our one day off. So I'm finally getting time to sit down and film, but it really inspired me to think about how I'm able to balance all of these different things going on at once and still have fun in college. So I wanted to share what I've been up to with you guys. Step number 1 is set up a calendar. So first you need to decide, are you an Apple or a Google person? For me, I have all Apple devices, but I've grown up using the Google suite, so I'm a little more accustomed to Google Calendar and tasks and things like that. So I'm going to be showing you how to use Google Calendar and other Google applications, but feel free to apply this to Apple Calendar or another calendar that you like using. First things first, add in your stuff on the calendar. I first put in my class schedule. I like to put my classes in red. Red is our school color here at UNL. Then I'll add in rehearsals, and for me that's lavender. I'll add in church, which is in yellow. Travel, so I have when my flight leaves next week, and times with friends, I usually do that in blue. If you want all of these colors to be a little cuter and more cohesive, I know what you mean. The way to do that is to actually make separate calendars for each of these categories. So you would have, on the left, you would have a calendar for classes, calendar for rehearsals, videos, whatever that may be for you, and then you would just make each of those calendars a color of your choice, and you can put in the hex code and do whatever you wish. I think the color coding is so important because when I see that, it really just cues my brain of what's coming next. Like pretty much any calendar application, you can set recurring times for classes or extracurriculars, church, like I have every Sunday, or you can just do a one-time event. You can also set yourself a reminder for when that thing is happening. You can do 15 minutes before, 30 minutes before, an hour before. You can even do the night before. I personally like this because it shows up on my phone or my tablet and my computer, so it's all tied in, so whatever device I'm using, I know what's coming next if I forget. The biggest thing I would recommend though with the GCal is don't put your assignments in the Google Calendar. For me, that would just stress me out seeing so many different things, and I like to see what are the things I have to go to and then plugging in my assignments in a different way, which I'll show you next. Step 2 is make an assignment tracker. I'm not gonna lie, I stole this from another creator, so I'm gonna put her username and the reel that I saw with this information up on the screen, but I thought I'd share it with you too because it's really helped me this semester. The first thing you need to do is open up a Google Sheet. Then you're gonna wanna go to Canvas or your syllabus, wherever you find your assignments for the class this semester, and add all of those assignments into the sheet. For me, I like to have a few columns, so I have the date, the class it's for, the assignment name, and then a checkbox. I usually go class by class, so I put everything from one class in at a time, and then I'll color code each class. So I go to this website called Coolors. I love using this for any sort of graphic design thing when I need to find a cute color palette. Last semester I did a pastel color palette, you can see here, and then this semester I did more vibrant colors. Don't forget to make it cute because that's definitely one of the very fun parts about this. And then you want to format the order by date so you can see everything as it's happening. So you'll go to format and then you'll order everything by date, and then you can check things off as they come throughout the semester. Now this can still be really overwhelming because there's a lot of words on one page and a lot going on, so I'm going to show you how to make this even easier for yourself. Step 3 is probably my favorite and I think the best kept secret of the Google Suite, which is prioritize your to-do list. So like I said, I'm a GCal girl. I really like Google Calendar, and what comes with Google Calendar is Google Tasks, which I don't think as many people use or know about. But like I said earlier, if you like your Apple Calendar, you can also use the Reminders app, and I'm pretty sure it works fairly similar to Tasks. So to make the assignment tracker less overwhelming, I take about a week's worth of tasks from the assignment tracker and copy them over into Google Tasks. So I'll open up a new task, write in the title of the assignment or whatever makes it easiest for me to remember, the name of the class, the deadline, and the time that I specifically want to work on that assignment. I like in tasks that there's a space for both, so you can check and remember when the assignment is due and when you want to work on it or have time to. For me, I have two separate lists, so I have a homework list and then I have a YouTube list. Homework is obviously the things from the assignment tracker, but sometimes it can be hard to be switching between the two lists. So what I like to do is click the little stars on the right side, and if I'm like, okay, I have a free Friday today, I need to work on some to-dos that I haven't done yet, I will star the things that I think I can work on that day and then go over to the starred tab and I can see all of my starred tasks listed in one place, which is so nice. But by far my favorite thing about Google Tasks is that they show up in your calendar. For one, if you set a deadline for an assignment, say it's like a really big assignment, it'll show up at the top of your day on Google Calendar. And then if you set the time to do it at a specific time, like say 2 p.m. on Friday, you will see that listed at 2 p.m. on Friday on your calendar, which I just think is so helpful, and it helps me remember what I'm trying to do, and it keeps my Google Calendar from being cluttered. I used to use Google Tasks in high school really passively, and I would just kind of put things in there, but honestly, it has been a game changer in college. It's so easy to use across all my devices. There's an app for it on my phone and my iPad, and then I can pull it up on my Chromebook, and you can also see it in the bottom right corner if you have a Chromebook, which is so nice, and I've just really had a great time in college using Google Tasks. Step number 4 is some Canvas pro tips. So this is pretty specific to if your university uses Canvas, but hopefully if your institution uses a different platform, it's fairly similar. Some things I think people don't know about Canvas is that you can actually customize it on your computer, unfortunately, not on mobile devices or tablets, but on your computer, you can get an extension called Better Campus, and you can choose a theme that will customize your entire canvas. It's so cute, and this is one of the top tips I got from like mentors coming into college, like the first week of school, because they were like, it just makes you so much more motivated to do your assignments when things look aesthetically pleasing. My other favorite things about Canvas are the calendar and to-do tabs. A lot of people don't know to check these, so I just want to make sure that I covered this in this video because I think they can be really helpful. If you go to the calendar tab, I think this is especially more noticeable in the mobile app. You can click on any day. If it has these dots under it, that means there's an assignment due that day. You can check as far ahead as you want. You can show only some classes or all of them at once, whatever makes it easiest for you. And a new thing that Canvas has done is the To-Do tab. In mobile devices and tablets, this is its own separate tab on the top, but on computers, this is on the like side screen on the home page, so you can see that there. And with Better Campus, it looks even cuter and better formatted. I'll show you what's due each week at a time. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure it goes like Sunday through Saturday, so if something's due Sunday night, you can't see it if you're on Saturday, which is why I like having Better Campus, because Better Campus, you can shift like week by week and check what's happening the next week, because on the real Canvas app, it kind of just stops at the week you're in, and you can't see if something's due tomorrow if you're on a Saturday, which is a little silly to me. Canvas is something that if you've ever worked with it, you know no one likes it, but I think sometimes we have to romanticize it a little bit, make it cute, and it's definitely worth your while if you put effort into using it for what it's worth. Those were my 4 steps on how to stay organized in college. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe if you want to watch other videos like this one. Also comment below which tip was most helpful for you and what you'll be using in the future. I hope you have a great day, and remember, you are loved.